Alright, we're back to go ahead and reassemble this Nokia 900. I did a basically a charge port swap on this board, which I am apparently not a soldering king. Definitely don't have that talent. I used a hot air gun to help me go ahead and pry it off. I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this phone. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put in our earpiece speaker, which clamps over the charge port of the board. It'll kind of clip into place with the screw ports. Just making sure that you put the rubber grommet over the mic up here at the top. Next thing we'll do is go ahead and clip in the front-facing camera. It does still have the foam piece from when we removed it. It doesn't necessarily matter if it sits completely glued down. The glass from the front of the device will actually hold it into place. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and install a couple more grommets. We have one for the back of the camera. This actually was lodged into the mid-frame of the phone. Go ahead and just clip that back on. It was sitting right here when I removed the logic board from the device. It might have been stuck back onto your camera as well. We also have a grommet for the bottom down here. It covers up the mic port for the bottom of the device. Alright, the next step is to go ahead and take the board and slide it in, kind of down, facing downwards and into position, making sure that the grommets and all the ports line up correctly. Go ahead and just kind of push the board forward. It will be a little bit difficult to get into place. We're going to go ahead and just use our tool to go ahead and pull out the ribbon cable from underneath, making sure the grommet down here at the bottom of the device stays on. And it will go ahead and just pop into place. We'll use our spudger here to go ahead and push the grommet into place. Just going to go ahead and push down the connector for the home, back, and camera buttons onto the board. Making sure that the device is nice and snug, that the clip down here fits in. Our grommet is lined up. Alright, next portion is to go ahead and put in the grommet here for the top earpiece speaker, making sure that the oval is over the opening for the earpiece speaker, and using our spudger to go ahead and just push it into place on the top of the device. Next step is to go ahead and put the battery back in, making sure that we put it down nice and into its place. We'll just push down on this right hand side here to get the tape to stick. We'll go ahead and insert the battery into its spot. The next portion is the screen reassembly. We're going to go ahead and attach the ribbon cables. Find it easier to kind of hold the device while I do this. We're just going to go ahead and put the cable on and snap it into place. We'll put the bottom one on the device. Let's go ahead and let the ribbon cables kind of hold this up. I'll hold it again in my hand, kind of like taco as we reassemble the device. Just making sure that all the cables are pushed down nice and snug. Everything's in place before I put the metal mid-frame back into the device. So the way that this needs to connect in is kind of sandwiching. You're going to put the connectors in on the right hand side as they clip into place, kind of like a hinge. Just pushing it in to the device as you let it fall into a place. Then we're going to go ahead and snap it down into the connectors that hold this on, making sure that it's nice and snug. Next step is to go ahead and insert our Phillips screws. We're going to go ahead and put in the 3 in the device. You always know where they go because they have a plus sign just right next to them showing that a Phillips screw goes into the slot. The locations are in the upper 2 right corners and the bottom left corner. Want to make sure they're nice and snug, but definitely do not strip the screws out as you reassemble the device. You can go ahead and change bits here to the Torx bit. We'll go ahead and put our remaining screws into the remaining screws, places into the interior of the device. Now the majority of these screws are really easy to reassemble, as there's a bit of a gap in between where the screw goes and to the threads of the screw. But there's one in particular screw that's a little bit tricky, as the threads are basically right at the base of the hole where the screw goes in. And I'll show you how I kind of accomplish that. A few more additional screws to go in here. So this bottom one in the bottom right hand corner, this is the tricky screw to get into the device. Like I was saying, there's no gap to kind of hold the screw in, and with how tiny these are, they're not very easy to put into place. So just using a tool that'll give you a little bit of a gap in the LCD of the phone. See if I can find something that'll work for me here just real fast. You can use the opening tool like the guitar pick or the razor blade. I'll just end up using this little piece of gift card here. Just help prop it up. Then using my finger to hold the screw steady while I insert it into the device. Seems like this is the hardest part of the entire reassembly, is getting this one screw into place. Just one more to go. Nope, missed this one here in the upper left-hand corner. And apparently this one down here in the middle as well. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the screen towards us a little bit. Snap in the left-hand side so it fits into place. Then go ahead and pressing down on the button side of the device with both hands to kind of clamp it into place, making sure the top and the bottom actually fit into place as well. The next step is to go ahead and insert the pin. You'll see that the pin actually has a portion of the side here that has a little piece that sticks out. It'll line up with the part of the phone in which it needs to be inserted into. So go ahead and slide it down and in, and then using a tool to press it nice and flat into the device. Then we removed a sticker that kind of covered that area up. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the sticker back onto the device here. Using our pick to push it down. Take our SIM card tray. Go ahead and just reinsert this into the phone. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit tricky to get it into the device. Just kind of wiggle it a little bit and it'll snap right into place for you. Go ahead and do the test here and go ahead and power the device on and see if we get a power. Alright, excellent. The device is definitely going to function properly for us at this point. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this video. And as I get better at soldering charge ports, I'll definitely try to post a video of me doing that. The one for this phone did not turn out very well, so I didn't want to waste your time. But as always, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, just throw them down in the comments field. And if you want to watch the disassembly video, it'll be in the description of this particular video. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next one.